This that I'm about to show you now was is a 4 CD box set of the Seekers recordings. It's called All Bound for Morningtown, their EMI recordings 1964 to 1968. Now, I was sent this as a complimentary copy around 2009, late 2009 I think it was, because I had written a couple of pieces for the Seekers magazine. Always liked the Seekers. Goes back to my brother, my half brother, and my mother, who were absolutely bonkers on the Seekers. Judith Durham's voice, especially The Carnival Is Over. Anyway, this came out, and this cover here is the cover of an LP that they released. I can't remember the actual title of that, but I have it in a frame. I have the LP framed with this. Unfortunately, the negative must have been a bit poor, not very sharp anyway, because it looks a little bit faded even in the frame. Anyway, this contains all their recordings, some mono and stereo singles. It says this 4 CD contains all the Seekers EMI recordings from 64 to 68. Their singles, as I touched on, some in mono, some in stereo, studio and live albums, the previously unreleased Paper Bird, and Judith Durham's 4 tracks from 2 solo singles recorded while she was a member of the group. It also includes on this their Talk of the Town LP, which is, let's see, how many tracks does it say? I think it's about 15 tracks on that, and you don't come across that very often now. But it's a very nice set. I think initially it was released just in Australia, and that's how I ended up getting this. So if you do see it, there's lots of compilations, but I think this is the one to go for if you come across a second-hand copy of it, etc. I don't know how long Judith, who's sadly no longer with us, was balancing on that bike to get that photograph taken. So sadly no longer with us. She had a little bit of a jazz career, but I don't think that really took off properly, and then she just went back to the Seekers. Her husband developed motor neuron disease, and she started a charity to raise money, help him and other sufferers. And at one point I managed to get hold of the Seekers, A World of Their Own. It's 4 LP box, I think it is, put out by Reader's Digest long ago, and it's on the World Records label. The pressings were heavier, and it's a pretty good to listen to that. Now, the copy that I bought, I picked up in a charity shop, and it was absolutely immaculate. They'd been put out by Reader's Digest, and it'd never been played. So I got in touch with the Seekers, they're a friend of mine, and I said, how about if we auction this, the whole group signs this, etc., with photographs, and the proceeds can go to the MND charity. So they thought that was a great idea. Put some photographs with it. I sent it off to my contact down south, and it went on eBay, and I think it raised about £500, something like that. And the lucky winner of the bid lived in Nashville, Tennessee. So it went off there. You wouldn't think, would you, that there'd been something like that, but obviously were. This is a bit of a raggy copy that I picked up just to display, basically. A very, very successful group, and their music's still played in things like Heartbeat, if that's on television some of their tracks pop up on that, and they've had a couple of live albums that sort of years after as the Seekers. They did a 25th anniversary or something like that, reunion. So I've still got the Seekers magazines, about that sort of A5 size, so I'll dig them out sometime. Anyway, hope you enjoyed seeing this and seeing the CD box set, which to me I would say is the definitive. If you have enjoyed this, please click a like and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And then that encourages me to dig out more stuff in my collection to show you that you may not have seen before. Judith Durham had a marvellous voice, and it's very sad that she's not here anymore. I think she'd been ill on and off for some years because she went down. She was like a little bird the last time I saw her on television. That's my cat Ruby Tuesday's tail you've just seen in the background, if you're wondering. So, as I say, sadly no longer with us, Judith. Anyhow, take care. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. Much appreciated.